Tuesday, July 1st, and this is Bruce Leonard Leans Left. Well, it's still legal. Still legal today. There's a lot going on today. Right before I came on here, apparently the jury has reached a verdict in 4 of the 5 charges against Sean Diddy Combs, or Puff Daddy as I like to call him. But they're deadlocked on the first charge, the racketeering. They can't decide if he's a racketeer or if it's a criminal enterprise. Even though he sent some dudes to people's houses. I don't know how you could not, whatever. But then the judge told him to go back and deliberate for that charge. So they did not read the verdict of the 4 charges. They're holding on to it. And then they cut for the day. So they won't be back. They're going to resume deliberation in the morning on the first charge. And then, what's up, Costello? And then, I guess we'll get the verdict tomorrow sometime. Now, whether he's guilty or not guilty, nobody knows. But they were saying, the odds are, if he was not guilty of all the other charges, they wouldn't be arguing about this first charge. So, obviously, he's probably guilty of sex trafficking and transportation for prostitution, which carries mandatory 15-year sentence. Mandatory minimum. And they said you usually do 85% of that in federal. So, at least 12 years, probably. And he'll have to go to prison. And I forget how old they said he was. He's in his 50s, I think. So he won't get out till 60s, mid-60s, close to 70 maybe. You imagine having all that. You got all that. You made it. You got all the money. You got all the women. You got all the drugs. You got everything you want. And to wind up in this spot where you might be going to prison. That takes a lot of fucking up. You know what I find funny is he's not gonna ever get in trouble for beating up that woman in the hotel hallway. No charges on that. And if he was acquitted of all this stuff, he'd just walk out. He's like, you beat up a woman, like on videotape? We're not going to bring that up. It's like, what? You're not going to bring it up? Was it statute of limitation? Hey, Julia, what's up? Yeah. I find that odd. Because that's the one thing he did do. It's right on tape. He kicked the shit out of that woman right in the hallway of the hotel. He never got charged for that. Then he drug her back to the sex party. It's like, if you got money in this country, you can get away with anything. There was a chance that he was going to walk. A lot of people were like, oh, I think you're going to get off this. What? Imagine if that was you or me. We wouldn't even have this trial going on this long. They would have already railroaded you and had taken a plea deal and locked you up. Which is what the Idaho guy did. If you hadn't heard that, the Idaho guy took a plea deal to avoid the death penalty. I guess he was over with that whole, I didn't do it. You're never going to say why he did it. That's the thing. There's no, he's never going to say why he did it. And that kind of bothers me a little. I always wanted to know, like, why he did it. They said it was a uh, uh, criminal justice or criminal psych major or something like that, and the theory was that he was trying to see if he could get away with it. It's like, yeah, well, then he dropped the fucking knife sheath right next to the dead body. That's not good. Like, I'm sure they didn't go with this in introductory crime class. It's like, the one thing you don't want to do is drop the evidence right there with your DNA on it, right next to the bodies, and then try to contend that you didn't do it. He was driving around the house in circles with the cell phone on. Like, it doesn't seem like he paid much attention in these classes. He just killed 4 people. And he had no connection to them. Didn't even know them. Just random. People are fucked up. And we talk about what they're not talking about in the news, which is the mega terrorist who shot up the fire department in Idaho. I find it odd that they don't ever talk about this stuff. The guy dropped, we shot him or whatever, and they found his body. Okay, move on to the next thing. John says you need to see if it would change him. What, killing some people? I'm sure it did. I mean, he's going to prison for the rest of his life. That's a big change. I don't know, man. I've always been fascinated by that whole thing. I don't know why people feel the need to do things like that. It's obviously a part of the human condition because they're all over the fucking place. These psychopaths. But usually, I mean, maybe he was like, he wanted to be like a Bundy or he had some kind of but he didn't do anything sexual or anything. He just went in the house and killed these 4 people. It doesn't seem like he was a deviant, like a lot of them start like that. They're like deviants, and then they don't want the person to talk, so the killing part is just like something to keep them safe. And then some of them enjoy just killing, I suppose. Kid's 20 years old, I think. If he was looking for a budding career as a serial killer, he didn't do a very good job in his initial attempt, as he was caught pretty quickly. Like I said, dropping the evidence right there in the thing. That's never good. He's obviously very impulsive because I said it doesn't seem like he thought too much about it. Yes, John says as far as the mega people is American. They can't be no terrorists. Yeah. It just seems very odd. Like I said, like the guy that shot the Congress people in Minnesota, he disappeared off the news real quick. They didn't talk about it too much. And now this guy, and they're both MAGA people. There's pictures of the kid with his mom, with the AR-15 or whatever. He looks like he's about 12 or 13. So obviously he was groomed, to like guns, which is a big thing in America. Thomas Massey used to do that every year. That's one of the reasons why I hate his guts. He's a Christmas photo of his whole family holding AR-15s around the Christmas tree. That's fucking Christian right there. That's like we have a unhealthy obsession with the gun in this country. I mean, again, I'm not against guns, but I think worshiping them is a little much. I never really understood it. I mean, I like guns. I like shooting. I like, I like all that stuff. I like, the idea that you could defend yourself if something bad happened to you. I like all those things, but I never worshipped my gun. Like, like this is a gun and it makes me powerful. It's like that's what Americans seem to enjoy. Like, even if you like guns, why would you assemble your family around a Christmas tree? Now everybody hold your gun. Say cheese. Something wrong with the culture. I mean, but the country was built with guns. I mean, really. So I guess it's intrinsically woven into the fabric. Yeah, John says that cops and criminals have basically the same psych profile. It makes sense. It would take much to flip somebody. Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of cops that kill people. You know, that's for sure. Over the years, a lot of cops that killed their wives. Remember that guy? What was that guy's name? Killed his wife. He killed like three wives, I think, and they caught him on the last one, but two of his wives disappeared. I can't remember that guy's name. He made a movie about him with Rob Lowe. One of them Lifetime movies my mom watches. Yes, Julia says, like the meme share. It says, liberals own guns too, but we don't masturbate in public with them. Right. Exactly. Some of these people, a gun is like their whole identity. Their whole, like this kid. Obviously, like I said, his parents gave him guns from a very young age. And they're all MAGA people. So, the MAGA and the NRA, they're all intrinsically. Yes, that was it, Peterson, because wasn't it the same name as the guy that killed his wife out in California? Was it Scott Peterson? It's like, ladies, I want to give you some advice. And I usually don't talk to ladies like this, but I want to give you some advice. Okay? Stay away from guys named Scott fucking Peterson. They are not cool. Yeah, I remember that. It was like, he's got the same name. It's the guy that killed his wife in fishing. Said he went fishing. He's still trying to say he's innocent. Can you believe that shit? Yeah. I just happened to go fishing. My pregnant wife was missing. I really like fishing. She was disappeared, gone. Like, they never did find her body, I don't think. She was pregnant, so they killed his wife and his kid. Yeah, John says he sells so many 40, 60 guns. Yeah, I tell you, my dad's went down the gun rabbit hole. My dad's buying guns all the time. He keeps saying, "Oh, I'm about finished." Every time I go see him, "Oh, I got 3 more guns." What are you doing, Dad? Like I said, a lot of these guns are museum pieces. They're like, this gun was built in the 1890s. You can't really shoot it because if you put in modern ammunition, it'll blow the gun up. So you gotta buy this like fake black powder bullets that cost like fucking $1 each. So you can't shoot it either. And the bullets are weak. It's like you got this gun. It's not gonna shoot a guy. It's like shoot it with a BB gun. If he's got a thick coat on, it might not even go through. My dad don't need all them guns. That's what I said. They're just toys to him now, I guess. He can't play basketball now. He's sitting on his couch. He got tired of watching. He watched all the Ancient Aliens about 50 times. He was into the Ghost Hunters, but he was ghost hunting. This is fine, John. You probably not heard this story. It's true. my dad was really into ghost hunters, right? So then my dad thinks everything's haunted anyway. So he fucking bought one of those meters. They started going to like haunted hotels, and he'd take his meter and he'd see how haunted is it, the meter go off or whatever. So he did that for a few years. Every vacation that they went on, they would go to like a haunted hotel, and my dad would use his meter and pretend to be ghost hunting. And so when he came out to Vegas, I forget where it was. It was a haunted hotel somewhere in Nevada. And they stopped in Vegas to visit me, and then they went off to the haunted hotel. And then I guess when they checked out and they were going home, my dad got sick, real sick. And so he thought that the ghost had attached itself to him and was trying to follow him home or something. And he stopped ghost hunting. That's it. So that was his hobby, because I say he's getting old. He used to just play basketball all the time. Now he can't play basketball, so his ghost hunting became his hobby. But then he thought that the ghosts were fucking with him, so he stopped. They don't go to haunted hotels anymore. He's afraid. So he lost that hobby, and then I guess he turned on YouTube and he went down the. Oh yeah, my dad's retired. He's been retired. As soon as he hit 25 years, he checked out. But my dad was smart, man. He had himself set up. He already had a pension from the railroad, and he did 25 years at the IRS, so he got a pension from them, and then he gets Social Security. He say he makes more money now than when he works. But he ain't got nothing to do, so. He's sitting around watching YouTube videos of people shoot guns and ordering guns off the internet. I mean, he's working on the schoolhouse, farm or whatever. He still does that, but other than that, he's got a lot of downtime, so he started buying guns. Dude, we're all old, John. What are you talking about? I remember when we were kids. We can go to your house, swim in the pool. We're old, man. I'm glad. Look at this world. It's like people say, "How do you want to live?" I wish I was young again. Fuck no. I'm ready to check out. I mean, I'm not saying I'm ready to check out, but I love you too, John. I said I need to come visit. It's been a long time. I've been doing all kinds of shit. Yes, the concrete pond with that dragon painted on the bottom. I remember all that shit. Being a kid was great. You didn't realize how fucked up the world was. The older you get, the more you realize we're so fucked. I'm so glad I don't have kids that I don't have to explain it to them. How fucked they are and how sorry I am for bringing them into the world. I didn't know this was going to happen. All you got to do is look at what's going on right now. They put up this place. Okay? Now, you know as well as I do how hard it is to get them to do anything that's positive for people. They build a school, they build a hospital. It's like pulling teeth, man. It takes that forever. Right? We need a new bridge here, but the bridge might fall down. They've been arguing over it for fucking 2 decades. What? Pieces of the bridge just fall off. But they fucking built this place in Florida in 2 weeks. It's called Alligator Alcatraz, they're calling it. And they love it. They're selling t-shirts and cooler cups. And Alligator Alcatraz, where we're going to send the brown people. And Trump's down there touring it today with the fucking dog killer chick. And they got their MAGA hats on. They're walking around, and the place looks like a fucking dog pound for people. It's out in the swamp where it's 110 degrees probably all the time. You ain't got no air conditioner. It's just tents with fences inside. Looks like I said, looks like an animal shelter. And they love it. They think this is great. He said today, oh, it's only for criminals. Like, yeah, that's what you said about everything else. And again, the media just taking it away. I was like, oh, well, they say they're only going to put the hardest of the hard in here. Like, really? You believe that? They have only, of all the immigrants they've arrested, only 8% of them, 8, not even 10%, 8% have criminal records and convicted of violent crimes. The rest are just people. That's some guy that washes dishes at the restaurant, or some guy running a taco truck, or guys that do the roofing, and it's internment camp. No, it's a fucking concentration camp, John. Let's not mince words here. Then people say, "Oh, you're crazy. These people aren't Nazis." Not Nazis, really? Really? Well, it's just a concentration camp right there. It's only the first one. They're gonna do more. You think they're gonna stop? Every step they take means another step they're gonna take. I kept trying to tell this guy, people don't understand. It's like, you really think they're gonna stop? You never heard of a regime in the history of the world that started doing shit like this? It just stopped with the people that they started with? No. He's already talking about he's going to denaturalize naturalized citizens and try to get them out of here too. And then today he was like, there's bad people that were born here. Maybe we should get them out too. It's like, yeah, they're going to come after you eventually. Every right that you give away, you're never going to get it back. Ever. Never. It's not coming back. Every time you yield to them, you allow them to take away people's constitutional rights, you're not going to get them back. It's been like this forever. Remember, it used to be like, oh, you have to have probable cause of a warrant to search places. Or no, so you have to have a warrant to search places. Then they said, oh, well, you can have a probable cause, and you don't need a warrant. Nobody said anything. They let them get away with it, And now they have no knocks. Like, they just kick the fucking door in. ICE is operating with no warrants whatsoever. It's randomly snatching people off the street. Some who have been citizens. You think for 1 second that eventually you're not going to come around to people like me. They are. I know it. I don't care. I mean, I don't say I don't care, but I'm putting myself on the list voluntarily by saying all this shit. And I don't have a huge following yet, but it's growing a little bit, slowly. People have been watching these videos. I started posting my shorts on Instagram. My Instagram money doubled. I think I made like $5 the first month that they gave me some money, and then this time they paid me out. It was like $17 almost. Like, dude, that's like a 3-fold increase. So people are watching it. There's a message from Instagram. Your views are way up. Well, yeah, okay, cool. Some guy was trying to give me a bunch of shit because people didn't comment on him. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. He's like, nobody thinks you're funny because no one's commenting on these videos. Like, I watch videos all the time that are funny. I don't feel the need to comment. Matter of fact, I hardly ever do. Oh, wow, this is so funny. Like, whatever. I laugh and I move on to the next thing. It's like, well, my views are way up. My Instagram money tripled, so I don't know. Maybe you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Or maybe I'm not funny, Not all this stuff is funny. It's serious topics. To make any of this funny takes high amount of skill. Because there is nothing funny about what's going on. And then especially if you step back and you realize, like, they're building concentration camps. People are stuck Still, in the CCOT prison in El Salvador. Nobody's doing anything about that. Nobody's even talking about that anymore. Those people are just in a black hole. They've been forgotten about. They were even supposed to get habeas corpus hearings. Nobody's fucking talking about that either. And then they just passed that fucking bill to cut everybody's Medicare and the food stamps and all that shit so they give tax breaks to billionaires, right? And what happened today? While they're talking about that, oh, the world's falling apart. Wait, stop everything. The Diddy trial. It's like, oh, Diddy's trial is more important than any of this. And you go, we're fucked. It's like this culture. It's like the attention span of a fucking 5-year-old. You gotta make a lot of fucking noise to get anybody to pay attention to anything. They said that half the country doesn't even know about this bill. Everybody, the people that know about it, it's very unpopular. Right? There's about half this country that doesn't even know it exists. These people voted. I'm sure they vote for Donald Trump, or, he won the election. They don't even know he's fucking them over right now. They just Trump and walked away, turned it off. Or maybe these are the people that don't vote. I mean, there's a lot of them. Either way, the very fact that half the country doesn't even know that they're about to cut all your shit. They're cutting off the hurricane forecaster. Did you see that? The hurricane season's about to start. I read the thing. It said, they're cutting off the hurricane forecasters are cutting them off the satellite data that they need to make these forecasts. And the very, 2 stories down, it's like, hurricane something forms. It's like, we're so fucked. July 9th is when the 90-day tariff pause is up. And he said, he's not good. He's going full speed ahead. He's going to turn on the tariffs. And all this market that's came back, it's going to crash again. It's like everybody's going to pull their money out. Because ain't nobody going to leave their money in when he jacks the tariff up to, what was it? 110% for China or something. They have one deal with the UK, and they have half a deal with China. It's not ratified or anything. It's like a verbal agreement that Trump says they had, but I haven't heard much from the Chinese. He says, we're just going to send them a letter. Tells them how much money, how much tariff they got to pay. It's a very coherent strategy. It's the art of the deal. It's the art of getting no deals. That's what I'm saying. They say things, and what they say, it never happens. They just talk shit. It's a reality TV show every single day. That's all it is. There's no coherence or strategy in it. Only he has all the economic power and all the military might in the world. He can swing on a whim every single day. It's going to take a long time to recover from this. I don't think people really understand. These other countries, they have written us off. They're like, we can't trust these people. That, you know, and so for at least for 4 years, the other country's gonna be like, yeah, I think we'll just hang out over here. It's like, the next president may or may not be able to get us back in the good graces. And then be like, how do we know you're not gonna? Eric Trump's talking about running for president. Trumpian dynasty. Like, this is insane if you think about that. The idea that we had a revolution to it's because we didn't want to have a king. And they go all through this, through all this shit we've gone through to get to this point, to go all the way back around to we want this guy to be like a king, and then we're gonna elect his son. It tells you, man, that there ain't no hope for us. I said before, I say it again, there's a reason why the aliens don't come here. You know, those UFO sightings kind of dropped off. They don't even drive by anymore. Like, fuck it. They're at the end. Like, this show has gotten, it's like a TV show that's been on too long. It's like, it's just gotten stupid. Like, it's just dumb now. It's not even entertaining. They're like, well, they were fun to watch for a while, but Trump's selling cologne now. Did you see that? Cologne and perfume, $250 a bottle. It's like, who the fuck they think they can afford? They said people are buying it. It's like when he filed his shit. He filed his financial statement. They said he sold $1 million of them shitty guitars. What? A Trump guitar. If I was in a band and the guy walked in, was like, oh, I got this Trump guitar, I'd be like, I'm fucking quit. Right there. They're like, hey, we cannot be friends. Because you know that guitar is shit. You know, it's not like a good Fender or Gibson or something. This shit's a fucking Chinese or Mexican knockoff. Some shit. I shouldn't say it because some of those Mexican strats are okay, but you know, you're not in a serious position or a musician if you walk in with a Trump guitar. Be like, I cannot be playing in this band. It's unbelievable. $1 million worth. Right? Walk right out. Like, don't even say nothing. Be like, oh, well, I'm out of here. It's like, what is that? What is that guitar? It's a Trumpster. It's a Trumpster. Yeah, that Trumpster belongs in the dumpster. It's like, you get that shit out of here. I definitely ain't playing out in front of people when you own that Trump guitar. That is not happening. Yes, until now, John. That's what I mean. Everything he did in his whole life failed. Till this. He's richer now than he's ever been. He's managed to pull off the Bitcoin scandal, you know, or what do they call it, the meme coins. He's fucking, like I said, he's selling Trump Bibles and Trump guitars and Trump cologne now. It's like, they got stores. You ever seen this? They got Trump stores. I've never seen that in my life. For a president of the United States. Like, stop at the Trump store. All I got is Trump memorabilia. Trump. It's all Trump shit. They say, it's not a cult. It's like, it isn't. I don't recall ever shopping at the Bill Clinton store or, the George Bush store. It's like nobody had fucking merch. This guy's a clown. He's not a serious person. He's a fucking grifter. He just keeps on grifting and no one cares. No one stops. Like I said, the very idea that there's a country where a guy like this can just operate freely while doing the most evil, horrible shit that you can imagine. On the other side, and on this side, he's selling fucking... It's like an infomercial. Yes, John said the country has the right amount of stupid. Yes, it does. It's becoming almost intolerable to me. Like, if I could, I'd be gone right now. I'm stuck here. I've said that before. I don't want to live here anymore. But Danny always says, it's like, you think you can go somewhere, like, wherever you go, there's going to be these Nazis. It's a nationwide, it's a worldwide thing now with the internet. You go to Canada, well, there's Tom McDonald, Oh, fuck. Well, I go to England, well, there's Tommy Robinson, god damn it. I go to Romania, well, there's the fucking, the rapist brothers, that's like, god damn, these motherfuckers are everywhere. What's that guy's name? I can't even remember. The guy looks like a Neanderthal. The Tates. Romania. The Tates. Go to the French, I'll go to France. There's Marine Le Pen. God damn it. These Nazis are everywhere. It's a full-on infestation, like cockroaches. So they're all over the fucking world. You can't get away from them. That's what I mean. It's like, well, you might want to, go somewhere, but it's like, you're gonna be the same shit. Well, they don't have gulags, We've crossed the line with the gulag, I think. And not even that. I said they got merch for that. It's like if you were selling like Auschwitz T-shirts. It said Arabic Mafrai on them. It's like, it's unbelievable that we would allow this to happen. And some people are like, yeah, I want this to happen. You're like, you do realize, right? That's it. You let them round up people with no due process and no legal fight, that eventually they just start grabbing people they don't like. Ship you off. Oh, well, if they get caught, they go, oh, it was a mistake. We didn't mean to ship off Bruce Leonard to Libya or whatever the fuck they sent me. Someplace where I'll get killed right away as soon as they let me off the plane. That's part of it too, don't you get? I said earlier today, I was like, I figured out why they want everybody to have babies. Because they need to replace all these people that they're about to kill. With their bad policies and their fucking evil machine. Yes, Questel, I survived the Holocaust and all I got was this lousy t-shirt. And a koozie cup. It's like, what kind of person would wear this stuff? I mean, mega people, obviously, but I'm saying, they're soulless, man. They're monsters. They're inhuman. They're not even... They go, oh, you just don't like our politics. No, I fucking don't. You're Nazis, bro. Just admit it. Paid Russian shill. Benny Johnson was like cheering on the gulag. Whoa, fucking shocker. It's like... They would say, this is what would happen if you let communists take over. Well, the communists didn't take over, and look what's happening. Billy Cunningham on the radio still trying to scare you. That guy in New York, oh, he's a communist. It's unbelievable. They think everything's great. Meanwhile, the euro just exceeded the dollar today, if you don't know that. Euro is now worth like $1.3, so it's like 30 cents above the dollar now. Dollar is cratering. Billy ever like, everything's great, everything's wonderful, but if you watch the news and they say it's all terrible. It's like, because you're not being honest with yourselves. The empirical data states. And now they're going to add they just raised it in this new bill, they raised the debt ceiling by $5 trillion. That's going to drive up inflation even more. We already spend more on the interest of our debt than we spend on national defense. Did you know that? That's today. Before they add another $5 trillion. We are. And Fox and Billy Cunningham, they're like the band playing on the Titanic. They just keep playing. We don't want people to panic. Like, everything's great. Like I said, they were talking about the stock market, and the stock market has rebounded. But as soon as these tariffs kick in on the 9th, when he turns the tariff policy back on, the fucking thing's gonna crash again. Now I do a lot of predicting the future on this show. I did predict to you that they would cave the other day. I said, as much bluster as these Republicans or whatever, blah, blah, they're gonna cave. They're gonna vote for it. Murkowski come out there, she's terrified of Trump. She came out of there and she was like, well, I don't like this bill, but she voted yes. Why? She's fucking terrified. I don't know what they said to her or what they did. She's terrified of Donald Trump. She will not stand up to him at all. And when a push come to shove, she fucking folded. Collins, I gotta give her, wishy-washy Collins, she voted no. Tillis voted no because he's retiring. And Rand Paul. It's pretty bad, like I said, when you're on the team with Rand Paul and Thomas Massey. This is bad. How bad is it? Well, I went to Paul and Massey. Really? This must be really fucking terrible. Yes, it's very terrible. Terrible. Yes, they're spineless. And see, that's where these shootings and shit come in. That's what terrorism is, by its very definition. They strike terror in people. And so this is what happens if you stand up against them. And Trump has cultivated that. I'll give him credit for that. He has cultivated this cult. He knows exactly what he's doing in that respect. That's the only thing Trump really understands, is how to bully people. And he knows. That's why he let all them people out of the prison, the 1,500 January 6 people, whatever they said. Yes, Julia says, the saddest part of all this is that the wealthiest people on the planet could end poverty, still be obscenely rich, but greed and power. Yes. They want to rule the world. It's not enough for Peter Thiel to have all that money. He needs to control the world. Now, I always think that they got it wrong, and people think Elon Musk is just a clown, really. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's flopping around all the time. Like yesterday, he's talking about, oh, this bill's horrible, and you got to get rid of it. Like, motherfucker, you gave these motherfuckers $250 million. You helped them get elected. You can't say now that, oh, look what they're doing. Yeah, because of you. You helped. You can't take that back now. You put these people into power. But Musk is a clown. Thiel is the real, like, Lex Luthor of this situation. He's behind this curtain, pulling the strings. I say he created J.D. Vance out of thin air. J.D. Vance just a fucking jerk off that went to high school in Middletown. Just the kind of groveling nutlicker he was looking for. I don't know how they met, but he saw J.D. Vance and was like, yes, you're the one. Here's some money. Don't do anything except read a bunch of books and go on podcasts. Get yourself ready. I will take care of you. And he did. Again, I don't know how J.D. Vance afforded to go to Princeton or wherever he went. Because I said, he didn't go there on a GI Bill. Maybe Thiel sent them there too. I said, I need to look into it. Like, I don't know how they met or when they met or how old he was. But I do know that somehow or another, he attached himself to Peter Thiel's nutsack like a remora on a shark. and he's been there ever since. He's like, just throw me some crumbs, master, and I will do what you want. See, that makes me wonder, like I said, when exactly he met him, because at one time J.D. Vance used to say things that actually kind of made sense. And he was against Trump, and he was, he had like real, or he attempted to pretend to have real, like, policy ideas of his own. And somewhere along the line, he decided to just join the faction. Probably because Thiel told him, like, this is what's going on. We're going to buy the government. We're going to make you the number 2. And hopefully the number 1 one day. And we're racist Nazis, so what we're going to do is we're going to get power, we're going to cleanse the people, the country of all the brown people. He was like, yes, master. It's just like Star Wars, kind of. Whereas, like, Theo is like the Dark Lord of the Sith, and, like, Vance is like his apprentice, and Trump is like Count Dooku, It's like the older guy that was around, but they use him, till they don't need him anymore, and then they'll get rid of him somehow, or they just ride out this 4 years. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I said, at this point, you can't even be like, yeah, you fucked the couch. That was one of the funnier things that people had come up with. He fucked the couch. I wouldn't put it past him. You see him? I don't know what's up with that eyeliner thing. I've never seen a politician wear eyeliner. So he wants to be cool so bad. It's like, dude, you're not cool. You've never been cool. You're never going to be cool. It doesn't matter how thin you get or how tight you trim your beard. It's like, well, Trump is a great distractor, John, for sure. He like keeps everybody looking over here while they're over here behind the curtain doing fucking shit. Like this bill. They said Trump didn't even care about the details. He just wants it done. So he could say, look, I got it done. It's like, yeah, but it's terrible. Yeah, well, we're signing it. It's like the tariff thing. The tariff thing made no sense whatsoever. They didn't use the real tariff rates that people were paying. They made up their own equation of like the tariff rates that people were paying plus what they believe, that how they were fucking us over somehow. Add another percentage there for that. It's like this bill. They were talking about the bill. I've never in my life heard people say Now, I might be wrong. Maybe somebody said it, but I've been watching politics my whole life. I've never heard them say, well, yeah, this math here says this, but we're gonna grow it. It's wrong because there's a bunch of theoretical growth that's gonna occur because of this bill that's gonna wipe out all this. It's like, really? Meanwhile, the economy actually contracted, the last month, and probably again this month. They said manufacturing is down because of this tariff thing, and nobody really knows what's going on. But yet they still saying that they're going to grow their way out of this. By adding $5 trillion to the deficit. Yeah, sure it's $5 trillion, but we're going to grow our way out. It's like, nobody knows that. It's the whole right-wing thing of just speaking into it, just say it happened, just keep doubling down on it until people believe it, like that cats and dogs thing. Oh, they're eating the cats and dogs. No, they're not eating the cats and dogs. Oh, they're eating the cats and dogs. And people in the town are like, no, they're not eating the cats and dogs. The cats and dogs are safe here. And the immigrants aren't eating cats and dogs. Oh, they're eating cats and dogs. And then people go, man, they're eating cats and dogs. It's like, they're not. They never were. It's just like all these criminals and murderers they talk about. If there's so many criminals and murderers, immigrants, then how come there's only 8%? The guy even said, the Republican guy that was on TV, he even said, talking about the alligator alcatraz, he was like, well, they said they're going to put the criminals there. That's 5%. He's like, but we still need a bigger system to handle the other 95% of people who aren't criminals. It's like you just admitted it yourself. Yet people are like, we got to get rid of these criminals. It's like they're not criminals, bro. They're cooks and roofers, construction workers. I still see the Mexicans doing roofs in the neighborhood. And I'm like, man, these guys are fucking bold to be out here. It's like, I keep waiting for ICE to show up. And just start pulling them down off the roofs. It's like, and people around here be like, God damn it, that was cheap. That was a cheap roof job. It's like, yes. It's only half done. It's like, yeah, then you have to call the fucking white dudes to come up do an inferior job. It's like, it's reverse DEI. It's like, we take the good roofers off the job. We give you some toothless meth heads to finish the job. Like, but they're white. Like, I don't want the white people. These Mexicans are efficient. Again, I saw them do it fucking whole house. They tore the whole roof off, put another roof on. I swear to God, it didn't take them 4 hours tops. And they were done. That was nice. It's like, take them meth heads 2 days to do that shit. I ain't no shit. I've worked with them. I don't think I could keep up with the Mexicans doing roofing. Well, not now at my age, but when I was younger, maybe. But even then, I wasn't that great at it. I just carried the shingles up roof mostly. They didn't have that fancy thing they got now. You put that thing on the ladder and you just put the shingles on it. It just goes right up to the top. Like, it wasn't like that when I was doing it. You had to fucking put them on your shoulder and climb up a ladder 2.5 stories. Hope you didn't fall off. It was dangerous. They said now they got this fucking conveyor belt thing you hook to your ladder. It just carries them right up. Guy at the top just grabs them. Like, oh, then they solved that problem. Somebody fucking die off the ladder. Well, I guess we won't get a decision on Diddy till tomorrow. But like I said, they were saying if he had gotten if he had gotten acquitted of the other charges, that they wouldn't even be arguing about this other charge. So odds are he's going to prison for at least 15. Maybe more, depending on how many charges he gets. To get him on. I'm about to go see 28 Weeks Later, finally. That's where I'm going tonight. Like I said, you got to keep your mind off this shit. You can't. I watch all this stuff. I get worked up. I come down here, I do the show, and you know what? When I turn this off, I fucking disconnected. I'm going to go pick up my friend Vicky. We're going to go to see 28 Weeks Later. And I ain't going to think about this stuff. I'm going to come home, go to bed, get up in the morning, go to work. Thank you for watching. I love each and every one of you. And like I said, we'll find out tomorrow about Diddy, I guess. So I'll be back Thursday, as usual, at 6 o'clock. I am Bruce Leonard. This is Bruce Leonard Leans Left. Thank you very much. While it's still legal, of course. It might not be legal soon. The way this is going, I might end up in the alligator Alcatraz. Anyway, I'll be back Thursday at 6 o'clock. Thank you for listening and watching. I love all you guys. Thank you.